My name is Margaret, and I used to believe that a mother's love could heal anything, even the cracks in a broken soul. But that was before the night I saw my daughter trying to poison me. It was a rainy Thursday evening, the kind where thunder rolls softly in the distance, and the smell of wet earth seeps through every window. I was in the kitchen, preparing dinner: chicken soup, my daughter Lily's favorite since she was a child. She'd been quiet for weeks, withdrawn. There was something in her eyes, not sadness, not anger, but something darker. That night, she stood by the counter, arms crossed, staring at me. "Smells good," she said flatly. "You always make the soup perfect." Her tone was strange, not grateful, almost rehearsed. The switch as I ladled the steaming soup into 2 bowls. I felt her step behind me, the faint clink of a spoon, a rustle, then a small plop. Something dropped into the bowl. I froze, my back still turned. My heart began to pound. I didn't want to believe it. Not my Lily. Not the same little girl who used to giggle as she stirred flour into pancake batter, her hair tied in messy pigtails. But I saw her reflection faintly in the oven glass. She was holding a small vial, clear, with a yellowish liquid, and she stirred it into my bowl. I turned slowly. "Everything okay, sweetheart?" She jumped a little. Yeah, of course. Just helping." I smiled, the kind of smile you force when your world starts to tilt under your feet. Then I switched the bowls. She didn't notice. The dinner table. We sat opposite each other. The clock ticked softly on the wall. For a moment, neither of us spoke. Then she smiled, the same sweet smile she used to flash when she was 5 and had drawn something for me. But now it looked empty. "Mom," she said softly, picking up her spoon, "I'm really sorry for everything." "What do you mean?" I asked. Her hand trembled as she lifted the spoon to her lips. "I just hope you can forgive me." And she took the first sip. I felt my chest tighten. My throat went dry. Seconds passed. She frowned. Then her eyes widened. Confusion, then panic. She dropped the spoon. "Mom, what's happening to me?" I jumped up, running to her side. "Lily, oh my God, what did you do?" She clutched her throat. "It wasn't supposed to be me." Her voice choked off as her body began to tremble. "The truth comes out. At the hospital, they pumped her stomach. The doctor said she'd be fine. The dose was small, likely not lethal. But I couldn't breathe. I couldn't cry. I just sat beside her hospital bed, holding her hand as machines beeped softly. When she woke, her first words were a whisper. "You weren't supposed to drink it, Mom." "Then who was it for, Lily?" I asked, my voice cracking. She turned away, tears streaming down her face. "You don't understand. He said you ruined everything, that you made him leave." "He said." "Who, Lily?" Her lips trembled. "Dad." The father's shadow. My ex-husband, Tom, had left us 8 years ago. He was charming, reckless, the kind of man who could make you feel special and small all at once. He'd remarried and vanished from our lives, or so I thought. But recently, he'd started calling Lily, whispering poison into her ear, emotional poison, telling her it kept him away, that I'd destroyed their family. She believed him. He had convinced her to teach me a lesson. He even sent the vial, claiming it was a harmless sedative that would just make me sleep for a while. My daughter, my fragile Lily, believed him. The breaking point. I stayed in the hospital with her for days. We didn't talk much at first. One night, as the moonlight fell across her face, she whispered, "I didn't want to hurt you, Mom. I just wanted things to be like before." I brushed her hair back gently. "Sweetheart, before wasn't perfect, but we had each other. That was enough." She sobbed quietly. "I thought he loved me." I swallowed hard. "He loves the idea of control, Lily, not people." Silence filled the room, heavy, but healing. The confrontation. Weeks later, Tom showed up at my door, arrogant as ever. "Where's Lily?" he demanded. "She doesn't want to see you," I said, stepping forward. "And neither do I." He smirked. "She told you, didn't she?" What I said. "Yes," I said softly. "She also told the police." His face drained of color. Moments later, 2 officers walked up behind him. "Thomas Reed," one said, "you're under arrest for coercion and attempted manslaughter." As they cuffed him, he glared at me. "You always turn people against me." "No," I whispered. You do that yourself. Rain pouring, dim morning light, the sound of a spoon stirring in a mug. Daniel had been married to Clara for 12 years. Lately, her smile felt off a little too perfect. Ever since he confronted her about the mysterious late-night messages, she'd become strangely affectionate. That morning, she made him coffee, black, just the way he liked it. But when she turned away, Daniel noticed a faint white powder at the bottom of the mug. He didn't react. He only pretended to sip, letting the bitter steam touch his lips. What followed was a slow, terrifying game. A psychological duel between husband and wife, both pretending, both watching. As Daniel secretly investigated, he uncovered the truth. Clara wasn't trying to kill him, she was being forced to. Her brother owed money to dangerous people. They'd threatened to hurt her unless she did what they said. In the shocking climax, Daniel and Clara faked his death to catch the men behind it. A dangerous plan that ended with both nearly losing their lives. The story ends with the two sitting in a witness protection safe house, drinking coffee again, but this time, smiling for real. Theme: trust, redemption, and how love sometimes hides behind fear. Plot summary: soft narration over moonlit visuals. The sound of a shovel hitting earth. Ever since Ethan's father died, the boy hadn't been the same. He'd become quiet, distant, and obsessed with digging holes behind the house. At first, Laura thought it was just grief, a strange coping mechanism. But one night, she woke to the sound of scraping metal and saw her 14-year-old son in the rain, digging again. She followed him silently, and what she found under the ground shattered her world. There, beneath the old oak tree, was a box filled with letters from her dead husband, letters she'd never seen. Ethan confessed that a man had been giving them to him secretly, saying they were from Dad. The man turned out to be her husband's estranged brother, who blamed Laura for his brother's death and was manipulating Ethan to hate her. In a powerful ending, Laura burns the letters not to erase the past, but to show Ethan that they'd start writing new ones together. Theme: grief, manipulation, and rebuilding broken trust between parent and child. It's been a year since that night. Lily goes to therapy now. She's getting better slowly, painfully, beautifully. Sometimes, she still cries when she looks at me. And sometimes, I still wake up sweating, hearing the sound of that plop in the soup. But we're healing. Together. Last week, she made dinner for the two of us. Chicken soup. As she placed it on the table, she smiled nervously. No secret ingredients this time, she said with a shaky laugh. I reached across the table and squeezed her hand. Only love, right? She nodded. Only love. Soft piano returns, hopeful this time. The camera pans out. The rain's still falling outside, but inside, the light is warm. Narrator softly. Sometimes, betrayal comes from the ones we love most, but so does forgiveness. And in that fragile balance lies the meaning of family.